Hello, everybody. Uh, Happy Mercury retrograde. Had some issues with the internet. Hopefully, the video is gonna go through right. Wake up this morning, find out that can't even access the internet properly. So there was a disruptions of delivery of the internet. I worked on a computer and so on. So yes, expecting all these situations to happen. There always been, there always been disruptions within the communications. But it begins this period of Mercury retrograde where the intensity of the 5D connections, the intensity with the telepathy, the communications, and the energies is increased. Okay, it's going to be increased. Today we are going to begin to entering the storm. I spoke about this yesterday about that is when the moon joins Mars, and Mars right now is in a conflict with Venus. That is a squaring. The moon can do two things. Can increase your lower vibrations. You can have a lot of lower vibrations, but can increase also the pull energies from within, which is Mercury retrograde. That is energy that you are have to take a look from within you. That is that energy, that positiveness from within your own self. That is to put yourself together, not to act in the lower vibrations. Facts speaking louder than anything else. Actions proves your worth. But don't create actions when you don't have all the facts. That's what I'm trying to tell you today. Focus from within you. It's always going to be a focus from within you. By 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you are going to deal with energy that it's very highly intense. You guys can see it in this. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen at 1 p.m. But later on in the afternoon, that same energy is going to be activated from within you, what you have to working on. That is going to be at 7 p.m. That is when the midheaven comes together in Sagittarius. Okay, there's going to be a lot of fire energies. There's going to be a lot of squaring that is going on. That is going to be a square between the duality signs, and it's going to be a lot of you can even enter in fights. Don't fight the things. Look at the inner fights. Don't bring your inner fights to others. Deal with the inner fights from within yourself. That is going to help you to look. What are you fighting for? What do you want to try to do from life? What is the gravitations that it's right now it's coming? What it's teaching you? Compassion, patience, peace, or acting the same old way and going to a war. As Mars is going to be tested today, but not only today, but it's going to begin to be tested because of this war from within. So that is going to be overall the energy today is going to be revolving within the moon entering Gemini. Okay, that is the sign of the friendships. Okay, your acquaintances, everything that it's surrounding from within. That is the beginning that you create a relationship. Okay, talking about that, the next sign actually it's Cancer when you build the family. That's what that is. And 10 is the next sign, which is Leo about kids, but also who is the ruler in that from within. And 10 is when the damage happens on Leo, you go into Virgo to organize and heal. And 10, you build and show up your relationships, which is Libra. That's what the astrology shows up. The life, the wheel of life that goes on. So what's going on today on the skies at so at 1 o'clock to tell you that 1 o'clock the ascendant is going to be opposing Mars and the moon. That's going to be squaring Venus, and the ascendant is squaring Venus is at 1 o'clock. But you're going to deal with this energy at 7. But take a look. What's going on is that Venus in Virgo, it is opposing Neptune, which is distorts visions. That is a distort visions within the feminine energies. The Sun is opposing Jupiter and Neptune. That is a distorted view of growth and situations that needs to be healed and fixed. Midheaven is right there at the same time at 26 degrees, and Mercury retrograde is in a 6 degrees of Libra. They are all there, and they're all opposing Neptune and Jupiter. Jupiter, you need to understand, is a retrograde. That is it, to delete the old understanding through seeing the issues, to seeing the situations, to seeing the things, the wrong understanding about love, the wrong understanding about what you have to heal from within. That is what this intense energy is. And Neptune is retrograde to show you what is the garbage you have to take away from within you. That is the manipulations. That is all those lower vibrations have you been using through life. So there's going to be a lot of this energies. This energy is actually going to be getting worse when the new moon is coming in there, because during that time we are going to have the moon, just personal sign, personal planet. That is your emotions. That is your intuitions. That is the one who brings the vibrations mainly from within you. That is a Venus. That is about the love. We're going to have the Sun, which is the authority, the father figures from within you, your well of control. There's going to be a midheaven in there, which is you are going to deal with it. And we're going to have a Mercury retrograde in there. That is going to be the actual stores that coming. But now the moon is going to ignite Mars. That is like rebellion, fight. It is I'm right. Don't go and fight with people, and stay away from sending messages and so on. Okay, that is the energy for 1 o'clock that I wanted to warn you most about. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, the energy is going to be a little bit better. The ascendant is actually right into this Libra's energy, but Mercury is sending trines towards the moon and Mars to calm down. It is like calm down the situations so you can look properly. Don't get aggravated. Don't get to these positions. Don't get to these situations. Mercury is giving the messages to your intuition. It is about to learn what the bad message is. This is like something happened. You are going to get a report of what actually happened. Okay, don't get angry about this. It is about you to understand the report, you to look at the report with peace of mind that you're going to understand the truth from what you hear. That's what this energy is. And the midheaven is up in Gemini at 26 degrees. It's got a divine energies with Pluto. That is the transformations you need to do. That is this energy that is going to help you to overcome the storm. You're looking at with Venus that is in trine with the Uranus and the North Node. Beautiful energies there. You choose the love. You didn't choose anything. You choose the love. You didn't choose to fight Mars. You said, like, I'm not going to fight Mars. Right now, the situation is not good. It's not right. I'm not going to fight the Mars. But you're fighting Mars from within you. Your internal Mars. Where is your Mars? Is in your chart. Will show up everything that is there. What is Mars does in your chart? Okay. Where is your Venus? What is the Venus does? What is the correlations between the Venus and the Moon and Venus with Saturn? So if you have a position Venus Saturn, that is your self-restricting of love. There is a love that you need to learn. If that is your positions with the Moon, that means the two feminine energies, which is represents the love, the goddess from within, and the mother, the intuition from within you. There is probably kind of intense energies within your mother. Take a look at your chart. What do you have? Because this energy is going to be triggered right now. They are. And storm's going to be a big coming up. So at 8 o'clock, the ascendant is over at Mercury retrograde with Libra. That energy, that messages that you're going to get towards the moon and Mars, they're going to be powerful. Use these energies, use these positions. Midheaven isn't a Cancer family. What is about within the family? Do you have the peace, the love within the family, or it's all nightmare? You come back, there is a scandal, there is a situation, there is things, and there is no peace in there. But Mercury retrograde sends the energies towards the moon, and moon is in sextile with Jupiter. You have to relearn the proper way within the family. Okay, Lilith, it's helping in there because Lilith right now is in Cancer to show you the dark, the shadow side within the family. There is a divine energies with Saturn who's teaching you. That's the karma. Your karmic lesson has to be learned. Your situations has to be learned from within you. At 9 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant still at 21 degrees at Libra. Intense energies about relationships, but there is a divine energies about your relationships within divine. Beautiful trine with Mars and the moon for it, and it's a beautiful trine with the ascendant that it's with Saturn. It's about to heal this karma from within. Midheaven, it's still in Cancer, but it's opposing Pluto. So be careful what you have in this 10 degrees of Cancer or 10 degrees of Leo, because that is the oppositions of Pluto. You are facing lack of transformations. For example, if that's a Mercury in there, that is a you cannot be transformed within your communications situations. If that is a the moon, your intuitions, your things, your way of you seeing it, you cannot transform it in there. You're self-suppressing. If that is the sun in there, you do not want to change the authority from within to improve from within. So there is a lot of situations going on with Pluto because Pluto is very powerful right now. Pluto is really, really powerful. He's in retrograde. He's in trine with Uranus in the North Node, and he's a trine currently with the Sun. But that oppositions in there of cross of Cancer and Leo, that is going to be that transitions period that you're opposing these transformations for. And you guys know about the squares with Pluto, that it's the ascendant, that it's squaring. So be careful what you have in the cardinal signs in the last degrees. In there, we are talking about Libra, Capricorn, Aries, and Cancer. Okay, because Pluto squaring over there brings the problem of transformations. You either accept the transformations or you're fighting the transformations, but those don't lead you to elimination. Those don't lead you to proper way from within you. At 10 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant is at 2 degrees at Scorpio, looking into the shadow, but dealing with the energies of Leo. The midheaven is at 9 degrees of Leo. There is a trine with Jupiter, sextile with Mercury retrograde. There is a sextile that it's done with the moon in Mars. Just beautiful energy of transformations. However, the ascendant is squaring Pluto. You might have doesn't like it, what you want to transform, but Jupiter tells you, you transform, you unlearn the bad things, and you learn the good things. There is a lot of goodness will happen in your life. There is a 150 degrees divine energies that are in that purpose during this time. Mercury is going to be, it's going to be opposing Jupiter from all this because you are not going to see that growth of returning back. You don't want to unlearn things that you need to unlearn. But Jupiter tells you, I give you the best. I will delete your old and I will rebuild you. I will give you a new life. I will give you new situations from within you. I will give everything, but be patient. Okay, because Jupiter is the growth. He's in retrograde in areas where you begin to learn. But if you learn things in the wrong way, you have to unlearn them, delete the confusions from within you, which is in the Pisces, and then when he enters areas again, he's going to teach us and show us the right things in life. Beautiful transformations, but we are going through these storms. At 11 o'clock, the ascendant, it's 14 degrees at Scorpio. It's opposing Uranus in the North Node. I'm tired of talking about this, but yeah, it is on the menu. The MC is at 24 degrees in Leo. We talk about this Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Uranus situations. It's not going away. You think you're going to learn away from the things that you think like you're pushing away or hiding yourself or putting a face mask. It's not going to work. The work, it has to be done. The shadow work has to be done. The growth has to be done. Now the midheaven, it's supported by Pluto in Neptune. You're going to get the visions within soul. Question is, are you going to be stubborn, Leo, to do it? Because the midheaven is at 24 degrees. It squares the universe, which is Uranus, in the North Node, and it's opposing Saturn. And the teacher says, you failed the exam here. You're not doing the things. Guess what? You'll do it tomorrow. I'll keep pushing towards you. I keep gonna bring towers to your life. I'm gonna bring crashes in your life. That's what the learning is. It's kind of like a forced learning, but that's what's going on because Saturn right now is in the retrograde, and he says you learn to be rebellious, but in the wrong way. You have to be rebellious, but in a good way. Instead of being angry and agitated and so on, be a helpful and be a loving, and with the love, increase everything in your life. That is it, the change of these transformations. But be mindful of these energies within Leo. The moon and Mars are coming more closely at this time. You're going to feel the intensity of this energy. You're going to begin to feel this storm from within. And the oppositions of Venus, the Sun, and Mercury towards Neptune, you're probably going to have the wrong visions. But you may have the visions of the problems in you, the inner fight. What are you fighting for? And seeking the truth from within you. And that is going to be the ascendant divine's energy towards the moon at this time. You're going to see what you need to remove, what you need to clean, how you want to get better in life. So at 12 o'clock, the midheaven is with Venus. Yeah, you're going to feel it. 12 o'clock, you are going to feel it. That is it. The storm's coming. You see the dark clouds. You see the thunderstorms. You see the volcanoes in you. You feel the intense energies. And you are like, what the F? Yeah, exactly. What the F? What the heck happened to it? There is going to be these energies from the moon and the Mars. They are going and squaring the midheaven and Venus. Something that wasn't done right. Something that was so stubborn to be changed. Something that stays within duality. Duality is there to help you, not you to create duality. That's what that is. It's going to be a big lesson. It's coming up. It's a situations that we are going to deal with this, like it or not. The ascendant is at 26 degrees at Scorpio. It's opposing Uranus in the North Node, but it's going to calm down a little bit with the energies. He's at the end of Scorpio, so probably in the next half hour until 1 o'clock, it's going to be moving into Sagittarius, but that is it, the energy that is going to begin to create this oppositions towards Mars and Venus. That's going to be the vision of those two coming together. But if you're using the energies right, you are going to be okay with. I spoke about this energy at the beginning of the video. That energy is because of The ascendant is at 8 degrees at Sagittarius. It's opposing uh, the moon and Mars. That is about see it, see this. Okay, don't just push it, see it. And midheaven is together with the sun. This time, the authority is within you. What are you going to use? Okay, if using the good side from within you, Mars and the moon, they are in a trine with Mercury retrograde. They are also in sextile with Jupiter, and there is a trine with Saturn. So you learn the lessons, and you're like, oh, I got the lessons, I'm changing. So no fight. But if you're resisting the changes, you're fighting, there is going to be a lot of fight from within. Okay, the divine is fighting with you about you to get the right things in life for your happiness. They wanted you to be happy. The authority from within you, the sun is a trine with Uranus in the North Node, and that is a trine with Pluto. Come on, beautiful energy for you if you did the changes. It's not going to bother you. You're going to feel it in the air, but it's not going to bother you. Why? You changed, you transformed, you handle it with inner peace in you, not within this fight from within your own self. But you have to look. What is your view about masculine and the feminine energies in you? How did you get there to that internal fight? So at 2 p.m., the ascendant is at 21 degrees. That energy that we're talking about, it's going to be really intensified. Now the ascendant, it's squaring Venus and the Sun, opposing Mars and the Moon, and squaring Neptune. Distorted visions. But there is a divine visions this time coming from Lilith towards the ascendant, and Lilith is in Cancer. With other words, Lilith right now tells you stop being toxic, stop being this, look the reality within the family, look the shadow within the other family members, and have a happy family and peace from within you. Uranus is giving you divine energy towards the ascendant at the same time. So all this is coming is because it's like the heaven and hell are coming together from within your visions, from within you, but they're all working together to help you. Saturn is in divine energies with Lilith. It's kind of like it's karma. You have to deal within the family. It's got to deal within these situations. And you're later on to about the 8 p.m. You are going to deal with this same energy in yourself. But if you did the work, we have nothing pretty much to worry about it. At 3 p.m., the midheaven is at 28 degrees at Libra. It's still squaring Pluto, but it's going to coming out in the next hours or so. The ascendant is at Capricorn. It squares Mercury and it squares Jupiter. Please, no nasty grams, no nasty messages, no communications about relationships. Stay the heck away from all this. Seek the inner peace from within you. Really, 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 please. Okay. So at 4 p.m., the ascendant is together with Pluto. It's to enforce these transformations. Did you transform? Did you send the text messages that you should have? Did you overcome your anger? Did you overcome your aggravating issues? Beautiful energies this time. You kind of like catching a break from everything. Pluto, it is in the ascendant. They are empowering Venus and the Sun. They're also are empowered by Uranus in the North Node. All that energy works pretty good right now for you. There is a divine messages from the midheaven. They are from the Mars and the Moon towards Scorpio. Don't go in a fight, but clear the fight from within you. And since the midheaven it's at 14 degrees at Scorpio, it is still opposing Uranus in the North Node. That's mean that the people who haven't learned the lesson, they still want to fight. They still want to revenge. They still want to do all the craziness things for it. It's going to be this intense energy because midheaven 14 degrees of Scorpio is at square with Saturn. That is it about stop. Prevent this. Stop being like this. Don't be looking at like that. And you shouldn't have enough of this and so on. If you don't have enough, then I'll give you more. So that is a like the current North Node, which is in the 14 degrees of Taurus. It is opposing the midheaven and the past experience in Scorpio, because the past, the South Node, it is there. It's in 14 degrees. Don't you had enough to repeating the same old stuff? That's what Saturn is going to teach you. It's beautiful, but intense energy from continue. At 5 p.m., if you did the good things right, there is a peace in the soul from within you. It is peace before the storm. You calm down, you understand the proper situations, you understand the proper things, you look at it within good. Love is in the air, the ascendant is at Aquarius, he's in trine with Mercury retrograde, and he is trining Mars in the moon. Beautiful air energy, beautiful air energy, okay? But look in you that you did the work, you overcome yourself, you transform yourself, and now you are going to be tested. Did you really do that or not? Okay, so at 6 p.m., the ascendant is at 29 degrees at Aquarius, and the midheaven is in 13 degrees of Sagittarius. You're going to feel that square towards Venus and opposing the moon and Mars. Is your test time. Are you going to be really did that transformation? The moon and Mars, they are in trine with Mercury retrograde, and the moon and Mars are in trine with Saturn. You listen to the teacher who told you, change the things, and you improve your life. Don't act it in anger. Don't look at it the anger issues. Don't look at it the situations. But if your ego is so much from within you, nothing good's gonna come out of this. Because Venus is squaring the moon and Mars, who are like a boiling volcano. The midheaven is in Sagittarius. That is like you got so bad from within that you don't know how to shut up. Usually, people who have something to do with Taurus in there, especially if your Mercury is there, oh God, it's like talk, 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 talk. It doesn't know how to shut up. But there is a divine energies within the midheaven that comes in from Uranus into North Node. You're going to learn either through the good way or to the aggravation way, to the bad way. You're going to learn. You're going to illuminate yourself for a better future on Earth. That's what's important for you if you do that from within you, because the midheaven, it's also a trine with Jupiter that shows up your growth. So at 7 p.m., the midheaven, it's at 27 degrees for intense energies in there. There is no positive aspect. It's only two squares. The one square is towards the sun, and the other one is towards the ascendant. That is it together with Neptune. Visions, distort visions, situations, distort authority. You had the right authority about something that you shouldn't have authority. Did you try to use your authority because of situations? Now this thing is going to come out on the surface from within you. Okay, now it's going to be this fight from within. You may be careful because the authority represents authority figures, which is talking about the sun for it, but it also represents fatherhood, understanding about father, relationships within the father from within you. And when that is wrong visions, and that visions, it's pounding, and the situations are getting wrong. That could be a lot of situations. Stay away if you have a family issues with your father or your authority from within you. So at 8 p.m., the ascendant is at Aries. He is going to be squaring Pluto and squaring Lilith. Oh, it's going to be like shadow work, transforming situations. I don't want to do this. This is the stubbornness with in areas that they don't want to grow, they don't want to learn. You have to force them to learn. They're lazy. They're the one who wants the mommy, daddy to serve them. Some of you maybe have to deal with this, but you have to heal it from within. How are you going to heal it? The ascendant at 20 degrees is in sextile with the moon and Mars. You calm down this fiery situations in there by understanding that the people who don't grow, they're still gonna be not capable of doing things in life. But also, there is a sextile with Saturn. It is about learning. The more you learn to do actions in life, the better will be within your life. Midheaven is at 11 degrees at Capricorn, a beautiful trine with in the Earth sign, that is a with the Venus, with the North Node, Uranus in there, beautiful energy. But if you still within this intense energy, there is a square towards Mercury retrograde and a square with Jupiter. I mean, no communications. Don't say I didn't say so. Okay, if you receive communications, takes the compassion and passions from within you. Maybe not respond, or it's like, let me think about it. I will look at the situation and I will let you know when I get a time. I'll get back to you, or something like that. Okay. So at 9 p.m., the ascendant is together with the North Node. Boy, the karma is coming, doesn't it? Midheaven is together with Pluto. Yeah, divine situations. Maybe you learn what the universe had for you, what the universe had as an authority from within you. You're looking at your soul, you're looking at your spirit. Because the sun now is in a beautiful sextile with Pluto and the North Node and the Ascendant and Uranus, and it creates a kite with Neptune. There is a very on the top. Now that kite is ready to fly. But are you going to take these actions of flight or no? It's going to be entirely up from within you. Are you going to transform? Everything is going to be there for you. All you have to do is act upon this beautiful transformations in you. Okay? So at 10 o'clock, the ascendant is at Gemini. Beautiful energies in there. The midheaven is at Aquarius. You're finding the new ways. You're finding this energy of the age of Aquarius. Beauty. Just beauty. I mean, just beautiful. Okay, just beautiful because you overcome the storm, you overcome the situations from within you. You found the new way. You didn't act the old way. You found the new way. You found the divine messages within you. You transform. You found the beauty from within you. There is a beautiful trine with Mercury retrograde. There is a beautiful trine with the Moon and Mars, who are actually together right now. They're kind of like a past to each other, but they're still together. The ascendant is in Gemini. Also beautiful trines with Pluto. Just beauty, beauty, beautiful energy. They still have some inner work that needs to be done with Venus that is opposing Neptune. There's still a jump with Venus that is in Virgo, that it's squaring Mars, but it is what it is. Right now, they are both within 14 degrees. Okay, Mars is at 14 degrees, 32 minutes in Gemini, and the moon is 14 degrees, 46 minutes from within. A lot of conflicts in there. But the conflicts are there to understand where the problems are, who the problem is. That is to clear the distorted energies as feminine and masculine in you. And at 11 o'clock, The ascendant is at 19 degrees. It's going to be squaring Venus in the sun. And yeah, it's intense energy, right? But you did the right things. You choose the new road. Now that new road, which is the midheaven right now, is at 24 degrees at Aquarius. It's trining all this energy of Mars and the moon. It is like, take a look what it taught you. Take a look your growth. Don't take a look what happened in the past. There is a beautiful divine energy towards the sun. It's like, look, the new authority you're building from within you. Look, you did grow. Congratulations. You're gonna can heal now the energies from within you. The universe and the North Node are supporting your authority, your new authority from within you. And Mercury retrograde, it helps the moon and Mars to get the divine messages that needs for this change. So that's what it was, the astrology report for today. Thank you guys for watching it. Hi, Erica. Glad to have you here. I'm going to share some love too. And later on, we are going to be talking on the daily chat. I'm going to be going to the beach and figure out where I'm going to talk to you guys at 4 p.m. at the main channel. So good morning to you, Erica. Glad to see you here. All right, so if there is no questions, thank you guys for watching the report. Hopefully it's going to help you within your journey, and looking for your comments. All right, guys, just be love. I will see you, talk to you later on at the main channel. Be love today.